Hello everyone, this is Niels from AquaTerra-Life. In this video we are going to learn how to breed fire salamanders, one of the most beautiful and fascinating amphibians in Europe. Fire salamanders belong to the genus Salamandra. Their complete scientific name is Salamander salamandra. They are found in most parts of Europe, from Portugal to the Carpathians and from northern Germany to southern Greece. They live in moist forests where they hide under logs, rocks or leaf litter and are active mostly at night or during rainy days when they hunt for insects, worms and other small prey. Fire salamanders are black with yellow, sometimes orange or red, stripes or spots, which vary in size and shape depending on the subspecies and the individual. These bright colors warn predators that they are poisonous, as they can secrete a milky substance from their skin glands that can cause irritation, pain and for smaller animals even death. As many other amphibians, fire salamanders can even regenerate body parts to a certain extent if they are injured. They are truly remarkable creatures that deserve our respect and care. As many wild populations are threatened, captive breeding plays an important role not only for the pet trade but also for conservation efforts. To successfully keep and breed fire salamanders in captivity, you need to provide them with a suitable terrarium that mimics their natural habitat. Feel free to have a look at my setup videos, which I have linked here, to get some ideas for a tank setup. The terrarium should have a base area of at least 80 by 40 centimeters or a volume of 26 gallons or more. It should have a secure lid that prevents the salamanders from escaping. As substrate, you can use various different materials. For example, you can use a mixture of topsoil and leaf litter, or you can also use peat moss and cocoa fiber. The materials just should retain moisture and allow the salamanders to burrow. The temperature should be between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius, and it should drop slightly at night. The humidity should be around 70 to 80%. You can use a hygrometer and spray bottle to monitor and adjust it. You can also add some live plants, such as ferns, mosses or ivy, to increase the humidity and the aesthetic appeal of the terrarium. The lighting should be dim and natural, and you can use a timer to simulate a day and night cycle. As fire salamanders are mostly nocturnal animals, there's no need for UV lighting. The ventilation should be adequate but not too strong, as fire salamanders do not like drafts. You can use a mesh lid or some small holes on the sides of the terrarium to allow some air circulation. I actually don't use a lid at all. Instead, I secure the terrarium with strips of tape. The water part or water bowl should be shallow and clean, and it should be changed regularly. You can use tap water, which might need to be dechlorinated depending on your water supplier, or bottled spring water, but avoid distilled water as it lacks minerals. The hiding places should be plentiful and varied. For example, you can use corkbark, driftwood, rocks or ceramic pots to create some shelters for the salamanders. To maintain the terrarium, you need to remove any feces, dead plants or dead prey every other day and clean the water bowl at least once every week. You should also check the salamanders regularly for any signs of illness or injury, such as lethargy, weight loss, skin lesions or parasites. If you notice anything wrong, you should consult a veterinarian as soon as possible. To breed fire salamanders in captivity, you of course need to have at least one male and one female that are mature and healthy. Fire salamanders reach sexual maturity at around 2 to 3 years of age, and they can easily live for 30 to 50 years in captivity. The fire salamander's mating season can last from April to September, with a peak in late summer. To induce breeding in the terrarium, you can lower the temperature and the light intensity for a few weeks and then raise them gradually, simulating the change of seasons. I let my fire salamanders hibernate in winter for about 3 months at temperatures around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius in my basement. After the hibernation, you should increase the humidity and the food supply to stimulate the salamander's appetite and activity. The fire salamander's mating behavior is quite complex and fascinating. The male salamander will approach the female and block her path, rubbing his chin on her head and back. He will then crawl under her and grasp her front legs with his own inner plexus. He then deposit a small packet of sperm, a so-called spermatophore, on the substrate and guide the female over it, so she can pick it up with her cloaca. This is how the fertilization occurs internally. The gestation period of fire salamanders varies from a few months to more than a year, depending on the subspecies and the temperature. The birth mode of fire salamanders is also different depending on the subspecies. Most subspecies are ovoviviparous, which means they carry eggs that hatch inside the female's body and then give birth to fully developed larvae. These larvae have external gills and a tail fin, and they need to live in water until they metamorphose into the terrestrial juvenile form. Normally, larvae are deposited in small streams and sometimes in ponds. In captivity, fire salamanders are not very picky and simply use any given water pot or bowl to deposit their larvae. Most females deposit their larvae in spring, from February to March, but especially in captivity, larvae can also be deposited in late autumn to early winter. Other subspecies are viviparous, which means they give birth to tiny juveniles that are already metamorphosed and look like miniature forms of their parents. These young do not need water and they can live on land right away. The number and size of the offspring also vary, from a few to more than 50 and from 2 to 5 centimeters in length. The mother salamander will usually find a moist and safe place to give birth, such as under a log or in a burrow. These subspecies normally give birth from late spring to late summer. The young salamanders will grow and mature slowly, and they will reach their full size and coloration after a few years. So, in this video we have learned how to successfully keep and breed fire salamanders in captivity. I hope you have enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos about terrarium animals. Thank you for watching and see you next time.